Already in trouble for the Rant Top-Up show.
Rant Top-Up, here we are at Rosehill. You can see in the background, what a beautiful day. I know it's a bit late, try and get out here. Perfect day for betting. Gordy.
Yeah, get out here. There's not much action in the first couple of races, so get here a bit late now.
I know that Anthony wrote in and said at least we'll be finding out which horses are getting topped up, unlike Victoria from 2010 to 2017. I'm not sure if we can actually supply that information, Anthony, but we'll do our best. More the point, this is a show to tell you all about Racing Rant, which we do three shows a week, Monday, Tuesday and Friday, and now a fourth show, a top-up show on Saturday that'll be free to everybody. And you're most welcome to get on board. To watch the shows each week is $5 each week, and to get all our products, and I hope to announce the coming of the Victorian product very soon. So that'll be Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria, and that's $22 a week, 2 weeks free to try.
Come and check us out for a couple of weeks, see what you think.
Exactly. Have a lick.
Have a lick for sure, and you know, if you're not happy, email and tell us how shit we were, but that's cool too. We'll read it out and let you know.
Yes.
One thing about Racing Rant's always been about showing every millimetre of truth in racing as far from a punter's perspective.
So race morning, we've you know, they're saying good 4. It's a relatively high penetrometer, but a very hot day.
Very warm.
I interrogated my ratings to win database of the Rosehill True Rails, and amazingly, you know, remember 20 years ago, Glenn, we'd get out here on this first day, and you know, Ronnie had tipped Legendary Man, and down the outside of the sale. It's not like that anymore at Rosehill.
No, it's not.
You know, my record of normal rails goes maybe mid barriers, but no, nothing special there, and I can't find a single true rail where I've gone absolutely down the outside.
So what are we looking for? Fence on pace?
Not really. Well, fence can work. One off, I think, is the pref. Right. But it's...
Well, 1 out, 1 back's always a lovely spot. I'm just saying find the best horse on programs like this.
All right, so what are the best horses on this card, Gord? You've had another 24 hours to mull over?
Look, I'm still very surprised that there hasn't been more of a move for Nieta this morning. I was expecting a little bit of money. I've had some myself. I've backed it a couple of times. But I was expecting a bit of a move, so there must be some sort of market opinion slightly against it.
Well,
so.
I think in reconstructing the market, even with the knowledge of your bullishness, and I completely accept the case that you've made for it, I found it hard to construct the market to get her starting 7 to 4. Well, which was what you were pushing for.
Well, you're either going to go 9 to 4 or 7 to 4, weren't you? And I'm definitely erring towards 7 to 4. For me, the reason why the move hasn't come yet is because of Craig Williams. If you have a look at his stats, I think over his last 100 starts, he's had 6 winners.
In Sydney? Or
in Sydney.
In Sydney.
In Sydney, and that's at negative 44%. So he is not very good in Sydney.
6 out of 100. That's disgusting.
And he's got good rides too.
Yeah, he comes with good rides.
Yeah. So that's a very interesting stat.
Yeah, and I think also
I'll give him a golf I'll give him one. Let him know. So he won't be in the right mental frame.
Can you not do that before Nieta?
No, bad luck, good. I can't. You give me the stab. I can't.
Speaking of that, how's the Manning Yard configured today, Glenn? Have you paid up?
Yeah, a lot of interest in a lot of races, a lot of horses that you know.
And more is the point, how much room have the members got?
Oh, I didn't have a peek yet.
It seems quite narrow. It seems like the public have been heard, listened to.
Okay, great. All right. Good.
So the config seems a lot better than last time. Look, some of the horses that have been focused upon today, this morning, all too soon, seems one-way traffic in the first, Gord.
Yeah, there's been some money for it. It was more early moves during the week. There's been a little bit this morning just to make it solid, but not a big plunge by the big guys.
You were very bullish yesterday, Glenn. I think that's...
I think
you're just saying... I
think we'll get the job done.
Yeah, but more's the point. You were saying this is the only horse that can back.
And the more I look at the race, another 24 hours, I finished all the tapes. Yeah, I think it's the one they'll back, and I think it's the one to win.
Race
2, Libran has had some morning support.
Very surprised.
Right.
Well, you know, normally these early moves, they can be quite map orientated, but to those horses that are going to go forward. So I didn't expect the reversal between Stampede and it.
I agree with that.
So they've obviously found some real data points to get interested in this horse.
The 2-year-olds, I guess we'll have backers and layers, both favourites there. Sunlight, I think, was still $1.50 when last I checked, written by a shade of odds on. But Glenn, I mean, the real talking point is in race 4 is the absence of the Golden Slipper winner.
Yes.
come every time I get my money on a 200 to 1, then they scratch them and now it's just like a ticket I got to leave in my drawer. Only had 200 each way, didn't need it or nothing. Anyway, unfortunately it's not going round. That was a horse called Roosevelt. Lost its name there for a second. And we'll save it for another day. We'll get some money out of the carnival. But I'm a bit concerned. 3 of the blue colours scratched here earlier today. It, Interlocutor and Philosophy. What's going on there, Mark? Been in the stables? What's going on?
You're the one that's got the relationship with the Dazzler. I expect you to,
Well,
I expect you to tell all on Monday.
Maybe the TAB people went down there and like attacked all 3 of them, making sure they got Roosevelt out of the way because of the flood of money that was there for the slipper for him.
It's been done before, but not in recent times. No. So we've pretty much spoken about Nieto, Gord, and how bullish you are about Nieto. There was some interest in hieroglyphics as well this morning, which hieroglyphics has got that lurker sort of look about her. The interesting move in the far lap is Unforgotten, who couldn't get out of its own road first up in the surround. I marked as being 13 into 8.5 this morning.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I mean,
suppose scene of a crime.
It's off the fact that it has figures that means it could win this race.
Yeah,
but even so, they're forgiving the disappointment.
So how did it parade before the surround?
Yeah, look, it's come back in good order with condition. I think it's in for a good prep line.
All right, so its trials suggest that it was a bit behind.
Well, that's very interesting.
Yeah,
Glenn,
it is very interesting.
Well, going
makes
forward,
me interested in it. Yeah.
Oh, well, the horses, they can go for the start, but they just, they have their 2 trials, blah blah blah, and the older the horses get, the more condition they come back with.
Yeah.
The main race, the Coolmore, Egg Tart has firmed again into 5.5.
Even on the back of the $1 billion bet I've had taking Danish Twister Beach.
It's actually just what would you call it? Pub money.
Pub money.
Yeah.
Alizé out to $15, like just cast.
I've backed it twice at $15.
So I wonder who is of the mindset that, you'd think you'd be able to trade it shorter, wouldn't you?
Would
you have to go to 15 to lay it?
It's 15 at the moment on the fair.
And
well, maybe there's something about this stable because it's.
Well, I suppose if you consult ratings to wins WQRs, which are not very very solid numbers, Alizé perhaps doesn't have the numbers to win this race against the older horses. Okay. Oregon's Day, a sneaky go as well, 17 and 12. The weight horse of the race.
Yeah.
Oh,
you'll learn more about weight horses and PRs and all our little information if you get involved with it Racing Rant.
Rate the penultimate Sellerman, 10 into 7.
Oh, why wouldn't it be popular? It generally blows every start and still wins. Maybe.
Has it only won 6 races this preparation? 6 city races, 4 Saturday races?
Don't remember a horse doing it in 5 years. Bar Wings. Wings free. Wings not racing.
But didn't you say? I thought the last win of Solomon was his worst.
Okay.
And the last race.
Interesting horse from the parade that was because I've been managed to get him on top a lot of these wins, but I think last start this is your last win today, buddy. But you'll see that in my numbers for my subscribers or our subscribers.
I'm expecting a good move for Arbeitson there today, back to Rosehill.
Don't you think they'll establish a pattern by that stage?
Yeah, certainly, and that will influence that move. That's a very fair point, Gordon. The last race, Philosophy's obviously come out, and there is not a lot happening as far as speed is concerned. I imagine Up and Rolling gets forward again. I was confused by it running second up over the 1350, but I suppose he just crashes it into the
straight in the second spot there, Mark.
So a bit of a scuzzy race there. We'll be hanging out for Manning Yard. Mark, come the last.
Well, it's actually, it was a good spot from you yesterday about most excited because that actually has been back this morning at the long run. So,
right, yes. And Warren, he said ineligible for the country championships after, because that was its 20th start at Mudgee. But I believe that if it's when you have the first bite. So
bottom line, does anyone know what's going on?
No one knows. But you will find out all. You'll find out all on the rant on Monday. So obviously that's for members only, as are the midweek preview and the Saturday preview.
It will be also available to people who email us for 2 weeks for free.
Exactly.
Yes.
So climb on board. I hope you enjoy this Saturday top-up show. We'll be coming to you each week from the venue. And we'll also be back on Monday with.
I think you might need to get a little cardboard cutout of me, maybe.
Yeah. But we can
put you on.
We can have you on the phone.
Speaker on the phone.
We'll get a little. Thing, and we'll just put you there with your little head yakking away.
All right, that's a good idea.
And I'll drop kick you over the winning post when you shit me, which is every second race.
All right, good luck today, guys.
All the best.
See you guys.